Hear those soothing sounds, Bremerton? That's the sound of the city's biggest ukulele festival that takes place this weekend at the Conference Center and the Admiral Theater. I've got that story along with 5 total on this week's Bremerton Beat Blast. Welcome back to this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast, sponsored by the Admiral Theater. Story number 1 today, we begin with the spate of fires that has occurred here on the Kitsap Peninsula. Tragically, on Saturday morning, 4 people were killed in a home fire on Castlewood Drive. There was also a fire on Wyckoff Avenue near Callow Avenue at 21st Street that destroyed an abandoned house. And as our friends, family, and the community grieves the loss that occurred on Castlewood Drive, it's an important time to remember what keeps us safe when we do in fact have fires in our community. For that, I reached out to Jeff Pritchard, Deputy Fire Marshal with the City of Bremerton, on the little device that can save your life.
The temperatures are starting to fall outside. We're getting closer to the winter months, so people are starting to turn their heating systems on. And towards the holidays, we see an uptick in candle usage as well. So in the event of a fire occurring in your house, one of the early warning devices, of course, is the smoke alarm. It's important to check your house to make sure that you actually have smoke alarms in your house. If you don't have them, they are available at most local hardware stores. The smoke alarms you have in your house, it's important to check them, make sure they're operational. There's usually a test button. You can push that test button and make sure they are functioning correctly. And then check the batteries. About every 6 months, it's recommended that you replace the batteries in all smoke alarms. You also want to check the expiration date of the smoke alarm itself.
Story number 2, Bremerton, Uber Eats is here. The popular ride-sharing service won't just give you a ride anymore, they'll also deliver you a meal. Here to tell us about the service, which just started on Monday, is reporter Christian Vossler. Hello, Christian.
Hey, how's it going?
Wondering, how does this all work?
So it's similar to Uber if you're familiar. You have an app that you can download from the App Store or wherever you get your apps, and basically it has a list of restaurants with their menus on that. You can select your food and for a flat fee have it delivered to wherever you're at.
Okay, and how far and wide will this service stretch on the shores of our Kitsap Peninsula?
To start, I believe it's just Silverdale and Bremerton as far as restaurants go, but I think you can get it as far down south as Gorst. I think they will deliver to Gorst.
Gotcha. And what are we talking in terms of fees?
Yeah, so I think it's about $5 on top. I think that's a flat fee. So if you want to get something, $9 to $10 from your favorite restaurant, it's going to cost you about $15. But that fee doesn't go up or down depending on how much you spend. It's just a flat fee. And on top of that, you have the option in the app to tip your driver.
Story number 3. Do you have a home on your block that's fallen into disrepair? Well, the residents of Highland Avenue near Evergreen Rotary Park used to have one too, but it is no more. What was once an uninhabitable mess has been transformed into a beautiful, affordable home. That's thanks to the efforts of Community Frameworks, a nonprofit whose job it is to not only rehab homes, but also find buyers who might not be able to otherwise afford them, helping with down payment assistance.
This is our 20th home. We've now rehabbed 20 homes in Bremerton, and truth be told, we're almost finished with our 21st as well. Most of our homes are foreclosures or otherwise distressed. They've long been vacant. We are purchasing them typically and then rehabbing them and reselling them to someone at or below 80% of Kitsap County's area median income. Right now we're having a volunteer event. It's great. There's a ton getting done. We're building a rock wall. We're entirely landscaping the yard, front, side, and back. I think the neighborhood is better in a few different ways. Now it does not have a completely dilapidated house in its midst. It is a secure, safe home. And we have increased the tax base for the city in this house. The neighbors have become engaged, I think more engaged, and there's a level of excitement about the work that we're doing that has connected people, I think, here. And then I think it's really great that it's going to sell to somebody whose dream it is to purchase a house.
Story number 4 is a quick update about the $6 million Libo Boulevard project. Last weekend, it achieved a milestone. The final lift of asphalt was placed throughout the boulevard, and to go with its wide sidewalks and bike lanes, it appears the project will be done pretty close to on schedule. There are still lights to be wired, trees to be planted as well as signs to be erected, but it appears this project will not, quote, winter over, as they say in construction parlance. And finally, story number 5. Some of the best and most enthusiastic players of the ukulele will descend upon Bremerton for the annual Ukulele Festival taking place this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, at the Kitsap Conference Center. There's also a concert on Saturday night at the Admiral Theater featuring some of the best stars in all of the ukulele world.
We are so excited to offer you the West Sound Ukulele Festival. On Saturday, all day, we are having workshops happening. Then at 6:30, there's a concert at the Admiral Theater where 5 of our performers that we brought in from out of the area are performing and putting on a fantastic concert. Then Sunday, we have 3 sessions of workshops that will be taking place.
That's a wrap for this week's Bremerton Beat Blast. Look out for coming rains this week, but we are indeed hardened Northwesterners and are used to this sort of thing. We'll get through this together, Bremerton. Have a great rest of your week.